Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Excellent. Glad to meet you. So I'd like to start with a little bit of a background question. So, obviously people everywhere love Ted Lasso. They love this show. And one of the things I think that they love about it the most is the camaraderie between you as actors, and then of course on screen, the chemistry between all of you as a team, as a football club.
Yeah.
Um, Tell me what it's like working on Ted Lasso.
Um, it's really fun. It's actually really enjoyable. Like it doesn't seem like work. And that's a great situation to be in. Every day I get up and I want to go to work because I just have every day is different, and every day I get to spend with my friends, which is really rare. I've been acting for a while now, and this is probably one of the few times that's happened to me, and for it to be successful, it's just another bonus.
That's amazing. Did you come from playing football earlier,
Yeah.
younger?
What in my before acting? Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I have a football background. I'm an Arsenal fan, the same as Brendan Hunt. He's also a huge Arsenal fan. Um, I played semi-professionally before I considered acting. Wasn't as good as Cristiano Ronaldo, so I had to weigh up my options a little bit. But yeah,
Yeah.
luckily I get to play a footballer now, so it's kind of like come full circle for me.
Nice. So your character on the show, Isaac, is promoted to captain of the team this second season when Roy retires. But there's a subplot there where he's initially ineffective. Why do you think that is?
Um, well, Roy Kent's boots are big boots to fill,
For sure.
and I think Isaac kind of felt that weight kind of pushed onto him, where he's in a tight situation. Team just got relegated, um, and he is kind of pushed right into the deep end. Yeah, we want you guys to go back to the Premier League. Here is the guys lead the team and do something that you've never done before, which can be quite harrowing, for certain people. But I believe that Isaac done what Isaac does, and handles it the way Isaac would handle it. And yeah, I believe they've done a good job.
Yeah, absolutely. And then of course, there's a later scene where Roy works with Isaac to essentially get him to remember that this game is fun, right?
Yeah,
To take him to a street game, to kind of break his the pressure, break all those things that are weighing him down, all the things that you've described. Tell me about filming that sequence. I mean, that's a football match outside of the big pitch.
yeah.
Tell me about filming that nighttime sequence.
It's where we all started. We all start what we do, if it's acting, football, journalism, anything. We all started because we are interested or love a certain subject. Footballers they play football in the cages. I used to do when I was younger. And you don't worry about the pay or the fans or bosses or anything. It's just you do it because you love it. You go to drama classes because you love the theater, you love film, you love these kind of things. And I believe that that scene kind of like touched on certain things in my life, where I would remember why I got into certain things. And that was for the audience to remember, this is why we do what we do every day. This is why we get up and do what we got to do. And you need to remember to, remember the fun, keep the fun. As That's what I think it was
Yeah,
based on.
for sure. When you're in the middle of a game sequence like that, whether it's major matches or in a pickup match, essentially,
Yeah.
what is it like filming something while you're playing the game? Like, how do do you have beats that you have to hit? What are the sort of the logistics of you as an actor trying to then be a footballer?
It's more like choreography, it's more like a, a, a nice dance. It's not like a game where anything can happen. It's certain beats where certain things need to happen for, for the story arc and whatnot. And it's a lot harder, to do something on cue than you would, necessarily do with ease when the cameras are not rolling. If something happens, like when the camera's rolling, gravity or I don't know, nerves or something that you have to get over pretty quickly in order for everyone to think it believable. So that was a tricky one, you know. That's one of the hurdles that I went through. You know, I've been playing football for a while, you know, but certain things that come second nature to me weren't so much when they said action, and I was like, oh, hold on a second. I'm supposed to be moving now. Okay. It's kind of like that, but it's everyone brings it, and everyone, you know, everyone's amazing, and everyone's patient, and as they can be, and that's what makes it great.
One of the, I think, the best sequences or the best scenes in season 2 is when we find out that Isaac has this magical, I'm going to say magical ability for hairstyling. You know, he brings out the sacred razor. He gets Sam Obisania's haircut for his big date.
Yeah.
Tell me about what that scene means to you as an actor.
It was a lot of fun. It was more of a scene where everyone got to, like, you know, spread their wings and kind of like be a bit goofy, be a bit spontaneous, be a bit, you know, improvised, you know, because there's a lot of improvisation that gets, you know, put into the episodes. You know, it's kind of like a fun set like that where Jason kind of creates that vibe. Joe Kelly creates that vibe, you know, where it's like, you know, if you say something, if you want to say something and it works, we might use it. So it kind of gives you that freedom as an actor, and that's why I kind of touched upon when I went in to, you know, do the scene. I thought that, you know what, let me just make it into something where, you know, it's like art, like he's got a blank canvas, and he's just swishing away and see where he gets. And everybody was amazing, and yeah, we got that scene in the end, and really loved it.
Yeah, it's a really great sequence. What were some of your favorite sequences within the second season?
Within the second season, of course, the night scene in the pitch. I've actually played football in that pitch when I'm not in the show, so it was kind of surreal being back there, but for a different reason. Also, there's a couple of, like, you know, oldies from the first season that I really enjoyed, and just acting with the likes like Billy Harris, you know, Christopher Fernandez and Tahib and Phil Dunster. Like, these guys is like every single day they bring something new, and that's why, you know, that's what keeps me on my toes, you know. Yeah, no pun intended.
I'm trying to remember it. It's been a while since I've seen the second season. Were you in the Christmas episode with yeah. That must have been a great sequence to film too. I mean, that's like chaos Christmas. In there.
I was part of Christmas in the Christmas episode. And that was all up to Jackie Levy, the costume designer, who said I'm going to be Santa, and said she's got a few ideas on the suit. And everybody, well, judging from social media, everybody loved it. So that's all Jackie. And she's amazing. And yeah, it's nice. Great. Yeah.
Nice. So I know you're in the midst of filming season 3, so obviously you can't give any spoilers, but putting all that aside, where would you like to see Isaac go as a character?
Carry on as he has. You know, he's surprised me, even, you know, coming from where he was, episode 1, season 1, you know, essentially a bully, you know, to the person that he is today is like he's grew 10 years in only a short space of time. And, you know, his headspace and where he's going towards is really exciting. And I'm just happy and excited to see, you know, what the fans and everybody, you know, makes of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so amazing to have such a large cast, to have so many prominent players within the cast, and yet everyone has grown since season 1, from season 1 to season 2. And I imagine we'll continue to see that growth,
of course,
in those characters. So that's really tremendous. Obviously, Ted Lasso has been sweeping awards left and right, winning Screen Actors Guild, winning all kinds of things, and will probably continue to do so, knock on wood. What does that mean for you as a cast?
Not much, you know. I'm very grateful and thankful, and had no idea, none of us did, that we would be in such a predicament where it's almost like people expect us to win awards now. But it doesn't, you know, it doesn't take away from the fact that you have to turn up at work every single day and give 110%. And I'm not saying that patronizingly. I truly believe that, you know, I believe that you can get a little bit distracted
Sure.
from, you know, all the success that the show has. But in order to have success, you have to turn up and basically not get complacent. And that's what I believe in. You know? So
Amazing.
all I'm doing is, you know, keeping well and truly on the ground, and yeah, loving it.
Awesome. Last question for you. So let's say Ted Lasso ends as rumored with season three. You know, we won't comment on that. Hopefully it goes on, but you know, if it does work, if it were to end, what would you like to do next? What is next for you?
What is I just, you know, I'm always about variation. You know, I'm always, you know, I never want to be in one single box.
Mm-hmm.
You know, before Ted Lasso, I rarely did comedy, um, um, which I always wanted to do comedy, and it's fantastic that I've got the opportunity to do it. I've just always wanted to do something that's always spontaneous and not everybody thought I could do. So I like to just, you know, surprise people. So next thing, it could be anything, really.
Totally different.
Surprise everyone, you know.
Nice.
So that's what I want to do.
That's good. Keep them on their toes. No pun
Yeah.
intended.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, Kola Bokinni, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck to you, and can't wait for season three.
Thank you so much.
Take care.